All right, guys, welcome back. Survival Living here. I do apologize for the construction noise because we got that going on outside. Now, they went ahead and did it. We were actually calling this back when we started the channel. We were talking about lab-grown foods, and my big concern is that, one, it's being grown from biopsies and stuff on animals, and also embryos. Yeah, there's going to be an article pop up here for you, and link is also in the description on this. They're going to grow your food. Now, this is a couple days old news because I've been busy. The FDA has approved, yes, here in the United States. Now, Singapore, I think, was the first one and the only place that was able to sell this lab-grown meat for consumption to humans, and now the FDA has finally done it. They've done it for a California tech startup company. I'm looking over here trying to read everything on this. Revolution in which the world's meat is grown in bioreactors instead on factory farms. Test tube food? Oh man, that sounds yummy. So, November 16th ruling, which comes after a rigorous evaluation period, is the first and biggest of 3 hurdles that must be cleared before the Berkeley-based company can sell its cultivated meat. I love how they say cultivated. Industry preferred term, chicken in grocery stores and restaurants. But it's likely to pave the way for beef, steaks, grouse, cultivated mouse treats for cats. Now, I don't mean to be laughing because I think this is funny. I'm laughing because I'm seeing everything ahead of time, and we're seeing this shoved in our face and how it's good for you, how we're going to save the world. Well, this has been a project they've been working on for a while. The name of this company out of California is Upside Foods. Yeah. Now, we talked about this over the past few years. We've been following how I said this was going to happen, mainly because we're watching politicians and other big money people with stock options and part ownership in some of these plants, some of this technology. You think they're going to waste money? No, they're going to push, and they're going to push until they get what they want. They want to make sure that you are reliant on the government for your food no matter what. The ramification of this, one, guys, we don't know what it does to the human body. There's not enough testing done at all. Just like when they did the GMOs, shoved it in all our food. No one knows what it does to the human body. We all have suspicion because of the mice trials that we've read up on, researched on. Not good. So, when it comes to, ooh, it's a little breezy in here today. A little chilly. When it comes to this food, guys, the ramification of this is going to be major. When I say major, we're going to see a stop, and it's going to be against the law eventually. They're going to push this, that you won't be able to garden at your home. You won't be able to raise your own livestock because the government provides it for you now. So these are private corporations right now building, making these things. And let me go ahead and get into actually how this all comes together. More than 100 companies are working on various iterations of cultivated meat, but they all started from the same basic principles. Stem cells are taken from the source animal, either via biopsy or from an adult animal or from intro vitro embryo. Just nobody see the issues with this. Am I the only one? Maybe I'm a quack. And from, let's see here, and encouraged to multiply in a bioreactor filled, let me move this over here, filled with a nutrition-rich broth. Once they differentiate into fat, muscle, and structural cells, they are moved into a larger bioreactor where they continue to grow until they can be harvested. The process can take anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks, depending on the final product. Ground chicken, for example, takes less time than a complex steak. Then is created with the help of a 3D bioprinter. So now, the first cultivated meat product was launched in 2013 with a Dutch startup Mosa Meat introduces lab-grown beef burger to the world with a price tag of $330,000. That's because the equipment's expensive. And a lot of people say, well, because it's so expensive, it would never make it. Oh no, they're going to push this. But companies are already eyeballing supermarket shelves in the hopes that they will be the first to market. Singapore is currently the only country that allows sales to cultivated meat, specifically chicken, made by the Good Meat division of the American food technology company Eat Just Inc. You know, when I first started reading about how Singapore was releasing, I was saying, okay, those countries are messing with it. No, it's the U.S. country bringing the product over there. Testing ground. That's what that is. So with the FDA approval on this, what does this mean? Well, they got to go through 2 more stages to get this to market. And both are inspections. The hard part's already done. They even boast about getting a no question approval from the FDA. Yeah. So they got to check out the facility, make sure it's clean, sanitary. That's the secondary approval. Then the third approval is from food inspectors to actually check it out before it goes to market. Big money. Big money. We're going to see this very soon. I hope that there's a law in place that makes them legally label what this stuff is before it goes to market. Because I'm not going to willingly eat it. I'm not. You know, I got forced TVP when I was incarcerated. Man, no, this is not a rumor. I ran, let's just say I ran a lot of stuff when I went down. The guys I had working in the kitchen for me to move tobacco, they already knew I was a crazy prepper to begin with. That's what they labeled me as. They had gave me a list of the packages that came in, an actual sticker, so they wanted me to see it. It said, TVP, nut for human consumption. The meat products that we're being ingesting in prison was actually TVP product that was designated for dog food companies. But the state of Florida likes to cut corners while they charge the taxpayer $68 a meal. Yeah. Bet you guys didn't know that, huh? Prisons are big money down here in Florida. $68 a meal, and as an inmate, someone that was incarcerated at the time, we got fed dog food TVP. Now, granted, it wasn't actual dog food, it was the ingredients they used for dog food. Clearly on the bag, not for human consumption. They don't care what you say is right, what you say is wrong. When they're going to lock down the food, lock down the power, lock down all this stuff, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. You can be in denial all you want to. You can stick your damn head in the ground for all I care. It's not going to change the fact that it's coming. This is why I tell people to prepare. Now, when it comes down to having your own homestead, I don't know, guys. I'm expecting laws to come in place. It's going to be a while. It's not going to be overnight. This is something that's going to take a while to do. It's going to be too much traction. But watch and see if they don't. We'll see a massive push on the animal cruelty, against animal cruelty, how farming and agriculture, all this stuff, raising livestock. Watch and see if they don't make it that it's a animal cruelty issue that they have to address. Same with their earth warming program agenda. I have to watch certain words because I get nailed every time I even talk about it. Yeah. And this is going to be their forerunner. This is how they're going to do it. They're going to push that agenda to make it so you can't raise your own livestock on your property. Make it so that you can't grow your own garden. Don't worry, Daddy Government's got you took care of. Now the question is, how do we fight this? The only way to fight this on the legal aspect, is to contact your, sorry, we had a camera gremlin. The only way to stop this is to contact your local politicians. We have to go legal means first, okay? You have to put a stop to this. You've got to write them. You've got to contact them. You've got to put this, you've got to stop this. It's the only way. Now, this is being pushed by politicians, by big movie stars, culture. Will we be able to stop it that way? Odds are, I hate to be a negative, Nancy. Odds are no. I'm a prepper for a reason because I know these things are coming. We could try, absolutely. And I support in trying to stop this legally. Contacting your local officials, contacting your politicians, okay? In my opinion, in my belief, in my knowledge of how the government works, it's not going to stop a damn thing. They're going to push this through. The question is, what does this do to your body? And what ramifications is it going to have on our local farmers, our larger farmers? What's this going to do for your food supply? You can only stock up so much food. Unless you're super rich, then you're good to go. What about the rest of us, paycheck to paycheck? You know, I talk about a 2-year supply of food. That took a while to get. Just because I'm talking about it and I show things doesn't mean we're Rockefellers. We live paycheck to paycheck too. We save up, then we make our purchases. This is not good news at all, guys. Again, article is in the link. Check it out, guys. Here's another thing for you. Old Billy Gates, old Billy Goat, buying up all that farmland. Why? Some people say it's because he's trying to secure it for food when we need it. No. Anybody that believes these rich assholes are doing things to benefit us, you got some serious issues. Most of these rich elites are so narcissistic, they don't give a crap about you. My belief is to shut down these farmland areas, control the food supply, pay the way for cultured meat, your lab-grown stem cell cheeseburger. Oh, I don't know what they're going to do with cheese now. They're going to grow that too? All right, guys. Speak to y'all later.